ready to hive our bees. Now, a couple things about our hive. It has an opening, and the opening is down here in front. And I'm gonna have the opening looking like this. The bees are going through this tiny opening right there. Now, there are only 12,000 bees in the hive right now. That sounds like a lot. Actually, it's not. Our hive is vulnerable to predators, other bees that might come along and actually go after them as well as any honey they make. As their numbers increase throughout the summer, I'm gonna flip this opening to here. And this will be a much larger opening. It's gonna allow more air circulation. But right now, this is called the entrance reducer, and they can only get through that small hole. I'm gonna take that, put that underneath. Make sure that's all set up. I've taken out 3 or 4 frames because I'm now going to take our package of bees and I'm gonna lift them upside down and I'm gonna shake out 12,000 bees. I don't think they're gonna like that too much. It's always interesting when I do this. Now, I would like to spray them with sugar syrup so they'll be more docile. They'll be busy licking themselves to take off the sugar syrup. However, it is gonna be a little chilly tonight. And I think that they are going to be better off if I don't spray them with sugar syrup, because they won't have any moisture on them tonight. Now, that doesn't make my job easier in shaking them out right now, but that's okay. Now, the queen, who's in her cell right now, or in her little cage, is already eating the candy, trying to get her to get out. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take our queen, I put a nail on the end of her little cage, and I'm putting her upside down so that the candy is down and right inside of our hive with the frame. Now, I've taken out 3 frames so I can dump the rest of the bees in there, and I'm gonna put the other frame in next weekend when I take out the queen cell and I check that she has emerged. That's very exciting. Be sure to tune in next week. It's always interesting to see how much honeycomb they've made in 1 week. Okay, so now, after I get the bees in, I'm gonna walk away from this quickly. But before I walk away, I'm gonna put on our feeder. The bees are gonna come up from underneath through the hive. They're gonna come right through here, and there's gonna be sugar syrup on this side and this side. I'm gonna start them off with food, and then I will put the lid on, which looks like this. Okay, time to hive our bees. They don't like the cold. They go down, but now they're gonna come out. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna put that on its side. Now I've gotta move them over. I don't wanna put the frames in too quickly because they have to actually move away. There's a big clump of bees down there. It's a little chilly today, which is great. And I say that because they are very calm in there right now. I'm moving the frames tight to the middle. Excellent. Very calm today. I'm pleasantly surprised. Now I'm gonna take my feeder, put that on top. I can hear them. They're very excited. I'm gonna pour some sugar syrup on each side. They're gonna need more throughout the week, but this is a good start for today. It's chilly today. They are not going to be very active. Now, I have more bees in here that did not get dumped out. Maybe I have 1,000 in there. I'm gonna leave that on its side. We're gonna have a little rain later today, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually cover it up. Cover up the top so that they don't get wet. They are gonna come out of there and they're gonna join the rest of the hive. They're following the pheromones. Top is on. Our bees are hived. Now we're gonna let nature do its thing. We're not gonna check on these bees all week, but we're gonna come back a week from now. And we wanna see that the queen has been released and that there's other activity in the hive. We'll look at that together next week. Thanks for joining us at Ambler Farm.